failures has been like that godsend to me. I think when you go through so much difficulty in life, especially from the background that I come from Afghanistan, so my country's been going through war for like 8 years. I was born there, so I kind of grew up watching the whole transformation of my life. We'd come from like a really wealthy family back then, and then all of a sudden the war broke out, so then everything just like vanished, you know. I just remember that I was a baby, like I remember my mom holding my hand and like taking us, we went to Pakistan, like through a passage in a car, and I remember just growing up like wanting to just make something for my mom, because we'd lost literally everything. I think that was like my first journey of like failure. I experienced like poverty, I experienced everything that I had just kind of suddenly disappeared. And that really like motivated me to become the best version of myself. Getting bullied is another thing, you know, that's also part of your failures, isn't it? Like getting bullied makes you like a stronger person. And that's what has led me to like sort of like experience different parts of life. Like when I was, like I told you guys earlier, when I was 21, I moved to Dubai with like 7 grand in my pocket. I'd literally that, and I got there, worked as a broker, had the last month, which is my 6th month, I'd closed no deals. So I was literally living on a grand. And I was telling myself, I was like, Manny, like, you can't go back to London. You can't. Started working hard and hard, and I closed my first rental, which gave me a boost. I made like about 15 grand pounds at that time. It was a lot of money for me. So I got happy a little bit, and then slowly, that confidence just gave me like hope. I was like, okay, let's move on to the next deal. Next thing I know is I'm closing more deals than my boss. You know, that's where life changed. And then that was my first taste of success. And then failure came when I came back to UK. Funny, I know. I invested some of my money into real estate, which kind of kept me going. But when I moved back to London, because I just got engaged, and I invested a lot of my money into a restaurant, and COVID came. So I literally lost everything again, back to zero. Oh yeah, and then at the same time, I bought some off-plan properties which were being built whilst. So off-plans usually works like you pay now 10% and you pay the rest over like course of 4 or 5 years when the properties are being built. So I paid like 70% of one of my properties. So that property got built, so I started renting it out, and I started collecting cash again for my income from my properties. So then that restaurant, I lost everything, but then slowly I got into clothing business. So I started the idea of Pretty Cute on paper, and I had maybe like about 100K in my account. That was it. Like I had no more than that. And then you kept approaching people. I was like, start getting investors aboard. But that's how the idea like sort of came to life. And then that was 3 years ago. Well, it started 4 years ago. Then over the last 2 years, we started going into retail stores, and then it started like picking up. So that for me is again like the taste of success, and it's maybe. Honestly, not. I swear about you. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's nobody that, like, of course, there are people out there that they've said, like, they've made this, they've made that. It's not because I'm cocky or anything, but it's just, I've never, like, sort of looked at other people and said, I want to be like that. I think I've always been like, I'm happy with the little that I have, and I just want to grow that, you know? I just want to be, like, my own leader. I think that's what makes me different, is, you know, being self-sufficient. Just knowing that you can live, and that there are people out there that can't even afford one-time meal at the moment, you know? So I think that's what keeps me motivated. I was paying them more than the average salary. It's because I wanted to motivate them. And I think when you're commission structured or commission based, I think a lot of people pay more attention to that because they want to make the extra money. And then with my job in real estate, I was on commission basis, but my boss was, because I was doing so well, my boss was like, "Look, I'm going to start paying you salary as well on the top." So that kind of motivated me even more. So I think, yeah, commission really helps. I think, yeah, it motivates people. That's why that structure's there already, right? Commission, yeah, bonuses.
Yes. So has that helped your business grow more?
Okay, that's a good question. Has it helped grow the business more? It's definitely like helped the person more, if not the business. You know, I think it's made him a better person. It's made him.
Or you would say it's more for the employee satisfaction.
Yeah, I think you just need to like motivate them. Look, whoever works for you, they're not your slave. You know, they work for you because they have a reason to be there. They want to. That's their bread and butter. So if you're a good boss, you need to be like motivating your staff. Like you can't just be sitting there like screaming and shouting at them. It's just like understanding your staff and you making the place like feel at home for them. I think that's what really truly brings the best out of that person. Even like when you're on your child, like I don't know if you guys have parents today, they kind of always tell you off. What are you doing? You're there. It's always like you kind of grow with no confidence in it. So it's the same thing. If I treat my staff the way I should not be treating them, or I shouldn't be treating them, it's like it makes them the better person that they are. And yeah.
So you would say it benefits both of you because then they also want to put their heart into their work.
Yeah. I think that's the key to success. You got to keep people's heart, bro. It's very important, right? Even like with us, when it comes to like our religion as well, I think that has a lot to do with my upbringing. Is like teaching me to be kind, and that's what I try to be every day. Is just to be kind to my people.